Hey Jay, my name is Marquis and I am the owner of Nomatic Marketing. And in this video, I'm actually going to show you three things that you can do today to bring in more clients to your law firm. Now, most likely, you're just sitting there kind of asking yourself, why would I even be doing this in the first place? Or better yet, what's in it for me? And honestly, those are pretty valid questions. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most kind of like local businesses, local law firms, the owners are just kind of like too busy actually running the business in order to truly understand the weight and magnitude of how the internet can really benefit them and their law firm, for example. And sometimes the only hesitation that they have to working with someone is they just don't know, who actually is an expert and who isn't, and who's going to end up just kind of like trying to take their money, or who's going to end up just actually helping them. I found by giving people a free attack plan of actual things that they can do in order to impact their business, it's kind of resulted in business owners just standing up and saying, hey, Marquise, can you just do this for me? So if by the end of this video, you just feel like the information that I'm providing you is helpful with gaining new clients and customers, feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to have a chat. Or you can actually just take any of this information that I give you today, and you can use it for yourself or with whoever you might be working with. So now let me show you three things that's going to set your law firm apart from your competition and not waste any more of your time. So the three things that we're going to go over today are going to be content, citations, and backlinks. So the first thing is content. So I'm pretty sure you probably know already that content is any of the words, phrases, pictures that show up on your website. So in order to be fully optimized in Google's eyes, you need at least 1,500 words on your homepage. That puts you in a really good area to get ranked in the search queries. I will say that this area, you guys are doing very well. So I actually threw your information into one of the tools that we utilize here. This is SEO Quake. This is actually a free tool a free Chrome extension that anybody can utilize. Just download it. But the biggest thing that I use it for is just to see how many words are on a page. So you can see here the total amount of words is 1966. So that's the total amount of words that you guys have on this Denver personal injury page. And that's above the 1,500 mark, which puts you guys in a really good position. That's great that you guys have already done that. I will say that with a lot of companies that come and they try to work with us, they have far less. They don't even reach that 1,500 mark. A lot of them hardly reach like an 800 mark. So we tend to have our work cut out for us. But by already being in the 1,900 range, you've already surpassed that 1,500 word mark in order to be optimized. So this is great for you guys. The second area that I do want to point out is going to be citations. So in order to look at citations, what I did was a quick Google search for personal injury attorney in Denver. So whenever you do a search like this, there are a couple things that come up. One is going to be this ads area. So this is basically Google Ads. So all of these ads, they're put up by different companies, and in your case, a law firm. Basically, they are pay-per-click. So you only pay when a person actually clicks on your ad, and this can go one of two ways. Sometimes they're actually really good, in which the person that they're working with in conjunction with actually running their ads actually knows their stuff. Me, myself, I have over 10 years of ad experience, so I've been doing this for a while. I can probably just look at an ad and see if it's going to be good. Other times, if the person that you're working with isn't all that great at what they do, it tends to be kind of like a money suck. So it ends up with you just kind of wasting more of your money and not really making too much off of it. The second section that I want to show you on this page is probably one that would essentially resonate with your team a little bit more. This is the Google Maps section or Map Pack. This is a section where you can find your name, address, and phone number for any business. So as you can see here, there are usually three businesses that show up in the section when you do any kind of search. So I'll tend to have business owners that'll just approach me and say like, hey, Marquis, like how do we show up in this section? Because this section can mean a lot for a business, especially in terms of new customers or clients. So there are a couple things that you can actually do in order to get yourselves up in the ranks. One is working on your description, making sure that that's fully optimized. Two would be working on any pictures that you might have of your law firm or anything else, making sure that that's fully optimized. And then the third thing is actually citations. So citations are anywhere on the internet in which your name, address, and phone numbers shows up exactly the same. So if you think of something like the Yellow Pages, for example, back in the day, the Yellow Pages used to be brought to a person's doorstep, and that would basically be like an entire directory of information on different businesses. So those types of directories, they still are around. They haven't gone anywhere. They've just gone online. So all of these citations across the internet, they kind of like tell a search network like Google that, hey, like this is a reputable company. Look at all the places in which their name, address, and phone number are exactly the same. So what I did was threw your information into one of the other tools that we utilize here. So this is whitespark.ca. Essentially, this is a local citation finder. So it shows you the amount of citations that you have across the web in different places. As you can see here, it looks like McCormick and Murphy, you guys have about 15 citations across the web. This is great. I've worked with companies in the past. They have 5. Some only have like 2. I've worked with some where they were just started, so they have 0. But if you were to compare yourself to someone like the Paul Wilkinson law firm, one of your competitors in the same industry in Denver, they have about 52 citations. So this tends to add and lead to a person showing up a little bit higher, if not a lot higher, in that top 3 section of that map pack, which leads to a lot more leads and a lot more people just kind of finding your business when they're doing a search online. The one thing that I do recommend when it comes to citations is for a company to have anywhere between 200 and 300 citations. It's just to put you guys in an area in which the average business isn't going to touch you. So companies that work with us, they tend to have about 200 to 300 citations. I've seen that across the internet, the average company ranges from probably like 30 to 50 citations, which is pretty good, but imagine having 200 citations in which you are in an area in which nobody else does. And not many people are going to take the time in which they're going to try to get those 200 plus citations, all right? So the last thing that I'm going to talk about is going to be backlinks. So think of backlinks as how a website has authority on the web. So simply put, it works like this. You take site A points to site B, therefore site A acts as a backlink, giving site B more authority across the web. So Google is essentially like a popularity contest. So the more sites that are pointing at you, the better that you look in Google's eyes, the more popular you're now, like one of the popular kids. So what I did was actually took your information, threw it into one of the other tools that we utilize here. This is Ahrefs. I think this is maybe like $100 a month, but still another tool that anybody can utilize if they ever wanted to. So I took a look at your main domain name, McCormickMurphy.com, and it looks like you guys actually were doing well for the main domain for backlinks at keywords. But when I kind of delved a little bit deeper to the local level for each of the local cities, it looks like you guys still have a little bit of ways to go with the amount of backlinks and the rankings that you would get for each of your pages. So just looking here, you guys have about 21 backlinks across 4 referencing domains. And basically that means that you guys have 4 different websites that you're backlinking to. So out of the 4, you have 21 backlinks coming off of these 4 websites, which is not bad, especially when you put it in context of the amount of backlinks that you have throughout your entire website. And when I had done my research, it looks like most of that is connected to Colorado Springs and not Denver. But since you guys have, I think it's like 3 cities Pueblo, Colorado Springs, and Denver, each of the cities should be connected with a different amount of local backlinks, not just Colorado Springs, because then it'll mean that you're just getting most of your traffic from the Colorado Springs area. Whereas if you were to compare yourself to one of your competitors, if you take a look here, see this is their domain that's specific to Denver. So you can see here that they have about 1.3 thousand backlinks across 104 referencing domains. And this is just specifically for Denver, not any of the other areas that they would concentrate on. And they do Colorado Springs and Pueblo, I believe, as well. So it's just something to keep in mind for the future. So once again, we did go over a couple things in this video. So one would be content. So you guys are doing well in the content area. You have about 1,900 words on that page. Great place to be. Second thing is citations. So you are going to want to have anywhere between 200 and 300 citations just to kind of like beat your competition out by a landslide. Third thing is backlinks. So you are going to need more relevant sites pointing at you guys just to show Google that you are the authority for a specific location, i.e. city. And if you guys were to implement these strategies today, it would definitely help move you up the ladder when it comes to showing up for a local place or city. I bet you're wondering, I guess, what now? Well, you can either go ahead and kind of like use the information that I provided you on your own, and I'm perfectly all right with that. Or if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself a little bit of time, you can actually give me a call at 970-829-1342. Once again, my name is Marquis with Nomatic Marketing, and my number is 970-829-1342. I look forward to hearing from you, and have a good one.